Imagine a world where you never had to sleep. No more naps, no more alarms, just pure productivity. Sounds amazing, right? Think of all the extra hours you could spend doing the things you love or catching up on work. You could binge watch your favorite shows, learn new skills, or even start a new hobby. The possibilities seem endless. But before you get too excited, let's dive into the reality of what would actually happen if you never slept again. But here's the shocking truth. After just 11 days without sleep, your brain starts to eat itself. Yes, you heard that right. The neurons and synapses in your brain begin to break down, leading to severe cognitive and physical impairments. This phenomenon is known as autophagy, where the body starts to consume its own cells to survive. It's a desperate measure that highlights just how crucial sleep is for our survival. Literally. Welcome to FactechAI, where we decode the science behind the strangest facts. Today, we're exploring the terrifying consequences of sleep deprivation and why your body and mind need rest to function properly. So, buckle up as we take you on a journey through the dark side of sleeplessness. First, let's talk about what happens after 24 hours of no sleep. You might think that skipping a night of sleep is no big deal, especially if you've done it before for a project or a night out. However, the effects are more severe than you might realize. Your brain begins to experience cognitive impairment. This means that your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and process information is significantly reduced. You might find it hard to concentrate on simple tasks, and your problem-solving skills take a nosedive. You might feel a bit like you're drunk. Studies have shown that 24 hours of sleep deprivation can impair your cognitive and motor skills to a level comparable to having a blood alcohol concentration of 0.10%, which is above the legal limit for driving in many countries. Your reaction times slow down, decision-making becomes harder, and your memory starts to fade. You might find yourself forgetting things you just learned or struggling to recall important information. This can be particularly dangerous if you're driving or operating heavy machinery. Now imagine staying awake for 48 hours. At this point, the effects of sleep deprivation become even more pronounced. Your body and mind are under immense stress, and the consequences can be severe. At this point, your body is in full-blown crisis mode. Your stress levels skyrocket, and your body starts to produce more cortisol, the stress hormone. This can lead to increased heart rate, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to illness. Without adequate sleep, your body struggles to produce the necessary proteins and antibodies to fight off infections. This means you're more likely to catch a cold or the flu, and it may take longer for you to recover from illnesses. Plus, your emotional stability takes a huge hit. Think irritability and mood swings. Sleep deprivation affects the brain's ability to regulate emotions, leading to increased feelings of anger, frustration, and sadness. You might find yourself snapping at loved ones or feeling overwhelmed by minor inconveniences. Push it to 72 hours, and things get even more intense. By this point, your body and mind are severely compromised, and the effects can be downright terrifying. You might start to hallucinate. Your brain, desperate for rest, begins to blur the lines between reality and imagination. You might see or hear things that aren't there, which can be incredibly disorienting and frightening. Your body's ability to metabolize glucose plummets, leading to decreased energy levels. This means that even if you eat, your body can't effectively convert food into energy, leaving you feeling exhausted and sluggish. Your brain and body are screaming for rest. Every system in your body is under strain, and the longer you go without sleep, the more damage you do. Here's a mind-blowing fact. The Guinness Book of World Records no longer accepts attempts for sleep deprivation. It's just too dangerous. The risks far outweigh any potential rewards, and the long-term consequences can be devastating. The last record was set by Randy Gardner in 1964, who stayed awake for 11 days and 25 minutes. His experiment provided valuable insights into the effects of sleep deprivation, but it also highlighted the severe risks involved. And here's the scariest part. Scientists believe that chronic lack of sleep could shrink your brain. Want to know how? When you don't get enough sleep, your brain's ability to repair and regenerate itself is compromised. Over time, this can lead to a reduction in brain volume, particularly in areas responsible for memory and cognitive function. Hit that follow button because what's coming next will blow your mind. We'll explore more about the science of sleep and how you can improve your sleep habits for a healthier, happier life. That's it for today's video. We hope you found this information eye-opening and that it encourages you to prioritize your sleep. Remember, your health is your wealth. Get some sleep, and I'll see you next time on FactechAI. Sweet dreams.